Okay, everyone, I'm back. Uh, is there anything to actually go over? I mean, was I doing anything while I was gone? Uh, I mean, I think we already covered during the last game night, which XL2 forced me to upload that I was busy doing PhD stuff. I'm mostly done with that now. I've been kind of dragged back to do a little bit extra work because I'm bribable. Uh, However, tonight I'm going to try and get back into it. This is a nice little warm-up exercise for me. We've got a fresh install of Joe Engine, and it looks like as of May there's been a series of new updates on the current release, including compressed TGA support. I'm still getting set up with my new laptop. I have to install some stuff. I'm not necessarily set up to do absolutely everything. However, I'm going to give my best shot on exploring the new Joe Engine samples, the new features, and seeing if we can't do a quick little what do you call it? Asteroids clone or something like that. And mostly what I want to get out of tonight, I don't even plan on finishing anything tonight. I'm probably going to get bored or tired or something in the next 2 hours. But I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. I want to be able to rotate graphics. That's really my number one goal for tonight. If I can rotate a spaceship that I put on screen, I think that's enough for me. So, like I said, we had that whole... Actually, I probably should go back to that. We had that whole list of new features that have been implemented. I've been working off a pretty old installed Joe Engine, I think, since like maybe around 2019 or so was the last time I really updated. And he's updated a few things. I know that a lot of my old stuff won't compile because it wasn't written exactly correctly. That's something we have to get over. I wasn't using the correct externalizations for certain variables in the headers. Well, I will relearn to code to try and get everything to work. Right now, I think we should try to go over some of the samples. So, the new samples, I believe a lot of them are just, what do you call it? They're kind of fixes of old ones, but there's some new ones too, and there's some interesting ones. So let me try to see if I don't recognize any of these. So, Bullet looks like it's been updated. So let's try running it with Mednafen. Unless that didn't work. Oh boy. So this is a problem. I just got done getting this new setup, and Windows 10 is being very aggressive with all these scripts. Maybe I didn't compile it. Maybe I need to compile it first. There we go. Okay. You guys can't see the compilation script because my capture is not set up correctly. But there we go. We have a queue and a bin. Let's try. There we go. Now let's see if my key maps still work. Yeah, they do. That's a nice surprise. Ah, there we go. And look at that. Let's steal this code. Let's figure out how this thing ticks, because this is exactly what I need. We have a bullet sprite, what it looks like, that is being arbitrarily rotated, scaled, maybe, and obviously it's moving. And if you're familiar at all with asteroids, you know that you have to take a spaceship and maneuver it in semi-realistic conditions where you have drift and you have direction and what have you. I like this. Okay, so let's dig into this. Let's look at what the code actually looks like. So there is it's just one C file, and then a whole bunch of accessories to it, because I think he uses whatchamacallit. Oh, I forget the name. Code blocks? I think he uses code blocks, because I'm seeing some extra files in here. I got too many windows open. There we go. Okay, so let's go into Notepad++. Not you. What's map.c? Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here that I've had open for a while. Let's just look at this one demo. So the make file is this. Debug is switched on. SGL is still being used. Kai support is default on. That's a good addition. That wasn't there before. And then the TGA module, which means I think we have additional TGA support. Maybe either he implemented Ponot's code or he had implemented his own version of code, but now we have something built in and potentially easier to implement. There we go. So let's break this down. We have inside of a texture folder we have one blast.tga, and I'm betting this is a compressed texture or an index texture at least. So I'm opening. GIMP is opening up for the first time, so you can tell how much game development I've been doing this last month. Let's see. So he has a vertically aligned. You know what? I gotta let you guys see what's on my GIMP. So maybe I'll just add in GIMP to my window captures. Let's call this GIMP. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, there we go. Let me pull that down to where it belongs. So we have this one sprite, and based off of what we can see here, it's in full RGB. So it's not being compressed. So it's not using the new 8-bit TGA compatibility. But it looks like we're using solid blue as the background. I normally use solid magenta, but whatever. It's got, looks like a little bit of purple in there, so maybe you want to stay away from that. And he's able to press a button to rotate, shoot, and have it travel off screen, and I guess potentially destroy it. So let's go back to the code. Everything's in one file. Looks like he's doing it 100 lines of code. Okay, so this is nice and compressed. So this struct is a bullet, T bullet. It has an angle, it has a speed, and it has an X and a Y coordinate, and I'm guessing that that's going to anchor it somehow. I don't know if it's the center, or the lead, or the tail. Oh, you know what? My cell phone was actually right next to my mic, and it's on Do Not Disturb, Don't Vibrate, or anything like that. Okay. Cell phone's far away. I don't know if you guys are still hearing any sort of, whatever, interference stuff. Hopefully next stream, things will be cleared up. I'll have my full display capture, and, I'll figure out a more convenient way of mounting this microphone in a more consistent setup. Right. Anyway, so we were looking at what Joe was doing with this demo, which is perfect. It's exactly what I need to steal. And we're going to use this, and we're going to make a spaceship, and we're going to do that instead. And I don't think I'm going to be bothering with compressed graphics unless it looks like the compressed graphics implementation is also very easy. So we have a draw billet command. It takes... What is a Joe node? I gotta learn what a Joe node is. I'm guessing it's some sort of linked list or something like that. He's got a Joe list. Joe... Okay, that's just a fixed. He just renamed what a fixed was. Yeah, whatever. He can do what he wants. Okay, this is a new name. No, I'm not winning yet, but I will be. Ihali Ehaliwix? Ehaliwix. Was it the first one or the second one or nowhere near close? Eric on Discord. Eric on Discord. Wait a minute. Who do I know on Discord named Eric? Saturn Discord. Oh! Oh, is this the first time on my stream? I can't tell. I don't remember ever coming on before. If not, it's been a bit. I've been busy. My memory's not good. I forget people. I'm a bad person. Yeah, maybe. Well, I appreciate you coming back. I'm checking out new Joe Engine features and catching up and trying to get back into the speed of things. I know that XL2 was trying to talk me into making a turning Forsaken Plain into a 3D game with ray tracing like Wolfenstein or Dune. And I know that I'm not quite up to it yet, but I will be in a little bit. I am going to be making a 2D top-down space game in a similar vein as Asteroids, so this is a good place to start. Yeah. There is a Saturn mouse and keyboard, but I do not want to spend the $60 it would take to attach a computer to it. But, I mean, here's the thing. I want to make games that people can actually play with a common controller, because nobody has those attachments. But now everyone's getting some form of ODE. I mean, the Sadator is still not released because of supply issues. The Terra Onion mode is out now, I believe, or at least shipping now to that first batch. And the Fenrir, who is also out now and available for purchase. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it now, but I think maybe I will be doing it. I don't know if I'll be doing it on stream. Oh, okay, I'm almost certainly doing it on stream because it's more exciting for a stream than it is for me, because I don't plan on actually making Forsaken Plain like that unless it comes out looking really good. But yeah, I'll give you an at when I actually do that. Yeah, from what I heard, the mode is actually working pretty well. Oh yeah. I still don't really know what a BSP is. I know that you could just like build a tree based off of whether or not you're in front or behind a polygon. But if I were to try and sit down and code one, I don't know that I'd be anywhere near close to doing something useful. Yeah. I know I promised XL2 I was going to make a level for his game out of Trench Broom or whatever it's called. And I totally lost track of time. Yeah, I figure it's something like that. It's definitely something like that. It's like when I was getting my head around certain headers, or the timer. Holy crap! Did everyone on stream? Everyone from Sega Stream come on to the stream today? Yeah, Trekkies, you're doing too much good work on encoders for you to be distracted with anything less important. Like my crappy implementations of common games. Yeah, I sold Shane my old eMac because I wasn't using it, and he had me pick up a G4 or something like, or a G3. So he's got a full Saturn development kit over there. He can be making music and graphics in the original software. I have no interest in trying to go back onto the Mac and trying to do anything useful with it. Okay, so Joe Engine takes in this Joe node, which I assume is an element of his linked list. Yeah, it says here bullet list. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And what's he doing with it? He's taking the pointer data. Data.pointer. And that's the bullet, and the bullet will point to the actual bullet struct. I don't even know what a 6360 is. I remember playing Oregon Trail on, the old G3, G4 style iMacs. The one with the boat anchor on it, in school. Okay, here we go. So this draw bullet is also bullet physics. This is iterating x and y based off the angle. And but where's the actual draw? Oh, there we go. Draw 3D and rotate. Bullet sprite ID. Okay, that's not going to change. X, Y. Okay, that's the anchor. So I think the anchor draws the center of the thing. 500, I believe the Z is the Z sort. Normally I'd go with 100, that's probably too close anyway, so those 500 is fine. There's the angle. I don't see a way to scale it in this. Let's go over to the documentation. So he's gotten not that. There. Under Doxygen. Oh crap, I'm missing a whole bunch of Mac talk. I'm sitting over here trying to get used to the Windows 10 environment. I've been using Windows 7 for so long. Every time Windows 10 yells at me, I just feel like a, grouchy old man yelling at clouds. Here's the thing. Developing on period-appropriate hardware seems like a terrible idea simply because it's going to be slow. Like, imagining, like if you wanted to make, like, a 3D pre-rendered cutscene. What was I looking up? I was looking up the draw commands. Is it under TGA? Oh, no, TGA is its own thing. You can add a TGA as a sprite, which is nice. Maybe we'll look into this in a little bit. Where is image? Sprites. There we go, sprites. So the sprite draw, you want it in 3D. Draw 3D, rotate. So there's sprite ID XYZ and angle. And there's draw 3D and rotate too. And they have the same exact input, so I'm wondering how they're different. I just don't. I don't like the Mac interface either. I've been playing with Windows PowerShell enough where I figured DOS would be, relatively at home if I were to start working with it. Okay, here's something interesting. Joe Sprite Draw 4P fixed. So I'm imagining these are 4 points that are fixed. So you could arbitrarily, I assume, draw 4 2D points at a certain Z depth. And if you manually transform those points, you can do arbitrary wibbly wobbly stuff. Maybe we'll play with that for a little bit. Can't you just turn back the clock on the iMac and just have it work? Just pretend it's constantly 1997 or 94? Yeah, 94. Okay, let's copy this code and go over to my Asteroids project. And we'll make new copies of this, and then we'll start playing with it. And I'll take a little bit of credit here when I start working on it. This background music's getting too boring. Okay. That's a little bit better. How would you go about trying to upgrade the graphics card in a Mac? Is it literally impossible? Is there like a list of parts, that, like a maximum compatible piece of hardware that you could put in there? Probably better off just emulating, I think. For each Joe list for each. Oh, okay, this is an interesting thing. So he's got his own for loop, compact for loop thing. So if you give it, I'm guessing a linked list, or a Joe list, let's call it a Joe list, I guess. If you give it a Joe list, it'll just go through the entire list and implement that function on each list. Okay, input. Right, okay, yeah, I see what's going on here. Let's... Oh, crap, This is the problem when my display capture is not there. Is I'm talking about code I'm looking at and you guys are staring at a screen. Let me go real quick and figure out what the input is for... Where's the input? Oh, there it is. Okay, so right, left, down, no. Oh, right, that's what it should be, right? Okay. Okay, so instead of doing all this bullet stuff, I'm going to have a ship angle. I guess is a Joe fixed. It's gonna be equal to 0. What else do we need? Joe fix. Two. No. Crap, I already forgot how to make arrays in C. Oh my goodness. I've been away for too long. Oh. Ship position 2 is equal to 0, 0. I mean, I for the Saturn is strong enough where you can make a smart 3D geometry, and I think it would be better to just use, a smart way of drawing or selecting what geometry to pull and draw. And I don't think it needs to be over-engineered like that. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I think if you use, I mean, already you're using samey assets if you're doing something like Outrun or Need for Speed. So if you just I mean, you can even have it procedurally generated now that I think about it. If you just load up different kinds of turns and twists. I'm not familiar enough with Crash Bandicoot or Need for Speed's technology to know if there's any real difference in how they do stuff. It's kind of funny, actually. So they literally cannot show you what's behind the car. Yeah, see, that's I think a smarter way of doing the racing, corridor racing style game where there's not a lot of free roaming. And I prefer it to do that way. I'm not sure if I understand completely what Need for Speed's doing, but the I think in Crash Bandicoot, you can't turn the camera in Crash Bandicoot. You can't look behind you. So yeah, I guess there's not really a functional difference there, is there? So you got ship angle, ship position, ship velocity. I'm going to get rid of this. Well, okay, well, there's no point in getting rid of it, but I am going to change a bunch of stuff. And, or maybe I'll just comment it out so I don't have to deal with it. But let's draw the ship. Let's load the ship first. How about that? Where are we loading in all these assets? Whoa, okay. I gotta get used to, how these things work. My keyboard's a little bit different now. Alright, so there's a bullet sprite ID. Where's that? Let's do ship. I'm gonna call my sprite IDs SP IDs. Or SIDs. Okay. Ship sprite identification. Oh, it's like that Norm Macdonald joke where like the I stands for I and the D stands for identification. So the D's kind of doing some heavy lifting. Let's do it with SPID. I understand that 3DO is supposed to have very similar technology and hardware to the Saturn, but the basic libraries that are used are different enough where you can't just easily translate one game to the other, right? Because I know that came up earlier when XL2 was suggesting for the Doom port, if we were going to do a Doom port, that we just take whatever was on the 3DO and port it. That way it can just, like, do some... He said it'd basically be trivial, not trivial, but, like, menial work, where it's just switching certain function calls. I don't know how true that is. I feel like it's kind of trivializing the task. Well, it's not about it being in C. It's about the libraries that are used. Like, the pipeline for displaying basically any sort of sprite or playing any sort of music on the Saturn is not going to be the same as the pipeline for any other system. In terms of like what function calls you need to have and what kind of setup you need. Like the process for playing music on the Saturn is by itself a nightmare, for at least for me for right now. I mean, yeah, the assets are the assets. Right, okay, so yeah, you can port the logic, and you can port the... Actually, I'm not even sure if you can port the assets, because, you know, everything on the Saturn's a TGA. I'm assuming the 3DO would have been the same. Let's make a spaceship. I don't know. Okay. Let's make it, why is the height 20? That's not... It's not really kosher, is it? Okay. So we're gonna make solid blue. Let me let me guys show you actually what's going on at GIMP. 0, 0, 55, 256. How is that? I don't understand. Crap. Okay, no. Alright, okay. Yeah. See, my idea, if and when we get to porting Doom, is that the best version to port is the one that's easily obtainable by everyone, because you want it to be so that when we make this patching function that takes assets from a game that you own in order to generate a disk, so this can all be legal. The easiest way to get Doom is on GOG, where they have, you know, Ultimate Doom or Final Doom or whatever, where like everything's there and available. Otherwise, people are, if you want them to get it legally, they're going to have to go and purchase the 3DO version of Doom, of which the number of copies are limited. And if we're asking people to go get a dump of Doom, you know, raises a couple eyebrows, but, you know, let's ignore that part and just say, how do we know that the dump of Doom is going to be consistent and good among all people? Because you know that dumps are going to vary in quality. Like, as soon as media hits CD, no one's going to have the same standard for what goes in the CD file. Oh yeah, we'll just have id Software pay us, what, like, you know, 20 cents or so per copy sold. Yeah, Doom's source code was released, but the assets still need to be imported from somewhere. So yeah. So if you want to port Doom legally and not get a takedown notice from John Carmack or something like that, what you do is you tell people, okay, here's this patching code, run this executable and point it toward your install of Doom on PC, and it'll grab those assets, convert it for Saturn, and compile a disk. That's the only real way to do it. Yeah, so we would have to rewrite that if we were going to do that. Yeah. No. Okay. Now, drawing the spaceship. The spaceship should be white in color on a black background. Where's the line tool? Doom's technology is completely different from an actual truly 3D game, and also the copy of Doom that Saturn got was so crappy that it needs to be fixed. But wait, Doom has like these flat water layers and acid layers, or whatever you call them, and skyboxes that could easily be handled by VDP2, right? Shouldn't that be handled by VDP2 before VDP1 starts drawing all these ray trace stuff? Okay, so you know, like in certain levels, Doom, they have that like green acid stuff. That's all a flat layer. That's like exactly what VDP2 is good at. An infinite plane. Yeah, so I mean, immediately, there's a performance boost by not having to draw that giant set of quads that it's probably drawing or something. Or however it's drawing. Okay, maybe it's not an infinite plane. Wait, how is that difficult to do? That's an infinite plane on VDP2. That's what it's for, right? Okay, they're not always on the same height, but when you're... Are you ever able to see two different infinite layers at the same time in Doom? Like... Yeah, I mean... Okay, they're bounded, but can you see outside those convex sectors? Like, when you're in the room with all that acid on the floor, are you able to see the end of the room and see outside with a lower level? Well, then that could be an issue. Okay, so maybe you have the giant as a giant set of quads. Okay. But the skybox, at the very minimum, could be VDP2. Or the ceiling, or whatever. But yeah, I was thinking that if you're in a room with acid, that effectively, if you draw it as an infinite plane, it won't mess with any of the visual appearance of anything else outside. But I guess there's windows and stuff. I've only played like the first 2 levels of Doom. It makes me motion sick, so I never get that far into it. Where's the freaking pencil tool? Oh, N. There we go. Size 1. Let's see. We want... There we go. That is something of a spaceship. I could save that as ship.tga. Or... Oh crap, where am I? Oh, I gotta drill all the way down in here. Okay. So, I was under the impression that the whole ray tracing approach would mean that you're writing directly to frame buffer. The idea of creating a new quad that's just a strip of what's going to be displayed and then displaying that quad feels a little bit backwards to me. Where am I going? Right. Okay, there we go. Texture, and we'll do ship. Oh, no. Ship.xff, and then export as ship.tga. So wait, what's to stop if we were to remake it? What's to stop us from just taking the wall texture and just displaying that thing as a quad properly in 3D space? Would that be fundamentally against how the physics engine would work? Oh, okay. Because I'm just thinking, okay, maybe you could render everything in proper true 3D. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, the power is there to subdivide. It's available. I mean, you'd have to implement some sort of level of detail system they weren't there for. Okay, so maybe stick to the vertical slices. Wait, Bonkers is in Bonkers good quality or Bonkers bad quality? Because I'm assuming it did not turn out well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that figures. Okay, we're not doing the list. Ship TGA. This is gonna be a ship's bid. Okay, input and draw are still fair game. I mean, if we were to port something like Eternal Darkness, that might be a fun effect to play with. Okay, let's just not, like, forget all this for my input. Start scratch, okay? We have ship position, ship velocity, ship angle. Okay, crap, what was I doing? My input. We need to screen for input. Where's the input? There it is. So ship left. And this is rotate left. Okay, so positive rotation is counterclockwise, and that would be what left does. Well, actually, key down. I believe it's key down. Yeah, Joe is input key down. And that's if it's being held down, so it's continuous. I'm gonna make it maybe a little bit slower. And then we're gonna have right rotation is clockwise, that's negative angle. And then up is going to be adding speed. Oh, we're gonna need a ship speed too, aren't we? Great. I am just rusty as heck right now. Velocity. It just occurred to me that I'm probably going to want to rotate this so that the 0 angle actually means 0 angle and facing toward positive X. So how do I rotate? There we go. Actually, I think I've been having you guys stare at that the whole time. I'm doing it again, where I'm coding and you guys aren't seeing me code. Oof. Okay. So now, we have the ship facing right, so right is now angle 0, which is, you know, positive x-axis, that's how it's supposed to work. Ship velocity 0 plus equal. Oh, we have to multiply fixeds. Joe's. Okay, ship speed. This could be 1. This is gonna be sine. Okay. Ship's bid. That should be under my draw, shouldn't it? Then we have... Where's the actual draw connect? Draw bullet. That's gonna be... ...3D rotate. ID. X. Y 500 angle plus 9. Oh yeah, he adds 90 to the angle. He adds 90 to the angle. Is the angle oh, it can only take integer angles. Alright. Alright, I see what's going on there. Okay. So ship speed. So before I get too deep into this, I'm just gonna see if this thing actually freaking works. We're gonna try to load up the graphic and draw it on screen. Then I'll start thinking about rotation. 500. And then fixed to int, which I guess is just shifting right 16 times. we go. So the input's doing what it's supposed to do. Let me make a physics command. Let's void my physics. Void. My physics applies physics to objects. So now we're going to be doing move ship. So, is there a timer on this? Are we, let me see. Because now I'm thinking, my ship physics are tied to frame rate, and I don't like that. Oh well, let's run this thing. Shift F5. Shift F5, come on. Oh, I don't have my scripts with me. Let's fix that. Where's my Forsaken plane? Clean, compile, debug, run. There we go. Try it again. libconf2 reinstalling programming fixes. What even is that? Uh-oh. Okay, let me go copy the compilation examples from where I stole this. Clean, compile, run with Medinfent. Try again. Uh-oh. Let's add in pause. Is that how you do it? Pause. Oh, so many errors, and you guys can't even see them. Oh, Trekkies, yeah, I remember a while ago, I was excited during the last batch of Nintendo leaks, where I was like, oh, I can't wait to port Pokemon over to the Saturn, and then I started remembering how literally every other project that ever tried to touch a Nintendo property, in terms of fan games or homebrew or whatever, got ceased and desist pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay, real quick, I gotta remind myself. How do you initialize an array? Curly brackets. That's what I'm forgetting. Let's try that again. Initializer element, not constant. How is this not oh. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll do the old-fashioned fixed. There. Now can't complain. Yeah, apparently, like, pretty much everyone is having some form of issue with their Switch Joy-Cons, like, after a year or so. Like, almost exactly after the warranty expires, the Joy-Cons tend to go. I don't think it's just the launch units. I think they still haven't properly fixed the problem. Because people are getting replacements, like, on a less than annual basis. Like, biannually. I can't tell if this thing's rotating or not. Oh, it is, just really freaking slowly. Also, it's going in the opposite direction. So, Joe implements rotations backwards. That's interesting. Also, rotations look like crap. Oh, boy. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and get rid of the pause. Nah, it's fine where it is. Okay. So. Key down. Am I reading that right? Pressed or down? Okay, so it's pressed. I want pressed. That's what I'm asking for. See, I think of it backwards. I think of key down as it's being held down, but key down for Joe means it just got pressed down. So it's, for this frame, it's in a new state of down. And key pressed to me means it just got pressed, but to Joe means it's currently being pressed. There's probably a better way of organizing those thoughts, but whatever. So if the angle being implemented is backwards, well, let's try this again. Oh, that's bothering me. There's a little bit of white area on the bottom of the screen. There we go. I'm pressing left and it's rotating to its right. I'm pressing right and it's rotating to its left. Now let's see if it actually goes in the direction I want it to if I press forward. It is not moving. Because I didn't implement the physics. It didn't put it as part of the callbacks. I'm pretty sure that he would get, like, shot by Sonic the Hedgehog if that were to happen. Like, he's fine sharing certain code techniques, but if he were to, like, straight up give out the source for Sonic R, that's like a lawsuit. Like, you can't just give away games for free that other companies own. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of everything that doesn't actually need to be in here. I mean, even still, Sega technically owns the code. That's a work for hire on his part. Either he was an employee, or or Traveler's Tales was working for hire, and either way, it's not his code to share. I mean, maybe if he got, like, explicit permission from Sega, but good luck with that. I'm not using those either. Alright. I mean, there's friendly in that they are selectively enforcing their trademark enough to defend their trademark, but not like intentionally go out of their way to be a dick and shut people down. But if they start giving away their code, I think that puts them in some sort of legal trouble in terms of how they can defend themselves from piracy. Because remember, Sega is still concerned about piracy. There's a reason they put de novo in all their games. I mean, personally, I would. If I worked on any sort of game release that became, you know, a commercially viable game, like people bought it, I would never get rid of that code. I would have redundant copies all over the place. That too, yeah. He's got on his YouTube channel. He shows how certain pieces of the code work, so he definitely has it. Some. Oh my goodness! What is going on? T-bullet. Oh, okay. I've broken some. Oh, this whole thing needs to go. I mean, the Genesis videos have some even crazier things, like the way he does some of that pseudo 3D effects in, you know, that Mickey Mouse game and stuff. Oh my, that ship is way too fast. Okay, that's like a freaking warp drive. Okay, let's do a small fraction of that. I want to be able to see the ship move. I don't want the ship to disappear from my freaking screen. Yes, that was a light chuckle, Shane. Decent joke. What in God's name is that? Okay. I think it's time for some print statements. Velocity is percent. Percent D, and it's going to be ship velocity. 0. Whoa. 0. Shifted to the right 16 times. Position. Maybe this callback thing is backwards. So let's try void main loop. Okay. Game loop. This is just the master game loop. And we will handle input. Can't say I'm a fan of this song. I just re-downloaded a lot of Hedgehog-related music for the background stuff, and so basically I have a brand new playlist that still needs filtering in. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to download PSU again because I keep taking songs off the list. So there should be my fizz and my draw, right? Input, physics, and then draw. Is it the return statement? No, can't be. I'm gonna leave it out just in case. Here's the thing. Yeah, Phantasy Star Universe had a lot of stuff that probably works well as background music for a very specific JRPG environment. Because they actually tried to go with an actual story or something, which, I mean, oh, good for them, actually trying to bring story back into Phantasy Star. That's been missing for a while. But PSO was basically nothing but good songs. To be honest, I was never actually able to finish the game. I got through the tutorial, I got bored, I moved on to different things. Like, right now I'm playing Xenosaga. So that's my JRPG of the moment. Before I was playing more Oblivion, and just like the first time I played Morrowind, I got kind of bored in the middle of DLCs. I plan on playing it to the end at some point. I mean, I'm getting some time now. I mean, obviously right now, I'm between, like, a part-time job that keeps asking me to do more and more stuff, but it's hourly, so it's all good. And I'm trying to do some game stuff, trying to get back into games. And I'm moving on the 7th, so I'm going to be taking this show to the road. So maybe you guys will see me streaming from the road, either doing, like, a, you know, it's like, here, watch me drive for a few hours stream or something like that. I mean, I might actually program while driving because I got a hotspot, and during the straightaway I can get the Mrs. Emerald Nova to drive for me. Here's the thing, PSO2 is so incredibly noisy and insane that I don't have time to breathe in that game. I mean, I specifically went out and bought Game Pass Ultimate just so I can play and keep up, but I just... Every time I get on there, I feel overwhelmed by all the crap that's flashing on screen. I think I'm too old for the newer Japanese Morphegas. I think I feel more at home if I went back and played, like, RuneScape or EverQuest or something. How does pressing up cause the thing to disappear? And why isn't the velocity reflecting the fact that I pressed up? What? Did you guys... Did it just flash press? And it's not reflecting position either! What is going on? The position is affixed that is shifted to 16, so it should be... Here's the thing. Okay, let's do this. Someone just clarify with me. Do you guys know if there's like a easy way to just print fixed to the screen? Like, does Joe Print F have a fixed print thing? If I press up, it takes the ship speed and adds it, and multiplies by a cosine and then adds it. So if I set ship speed to 1, I should immediately see it. Oh! This probably should be an integer. So should this. Okay, quick, but not, you know, disturbingly quick. Okay, so let's slow it down by a minute. Oh, okay, okay. Well, here's the thing. I gotta get this thing slower. Or at least, have it wrap around the screen somehow. Okay, I know. So, where's my physics? Move ship. Screen wrap. So, let's just do a few quick if statements. If screen position integer is... Okay, what's my screen size? Everybody help me remember. I'm doing... Was it like 244 or something like that? I think it's 360 wide, right? So 360 means my x-coordinate needs to be plus minus 180. Shifted left 16 times. And if it's greater than 180, subtract. And now 360 down by 4.3. So 360 times 3 divided by 4 is 270. So 135. So I don't know why I can never remember this, but it's 270 by 135, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ah, wow, that was surprisingly trivial. My only concern, position, velocity are displaying exactly garbage. So maybe I'm shifting the wrong way. Or maybe I'm using the wrong flags. So anyone still on stream, if you could just, you know, help me figure out how I screwed this up somehow. %D is still integer, right? This needs to be shifted. That was the issue. Why? No, I fixed it. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? I need to... So here's the thing. First off, the display on the angle is wrong. An angle means a certain thing, and Joe has it backwards on his display. At least I think he does. The game is running at 60. Is the stream not running at 60? At least I think the game's running at 60. It should be. Okay. But yeah, a game this simple pretty much has to be running at 60 frames. I'm trying to figure out why I can't display ship position and velocity. It's coming up as 0. And I'm shifting correctly. I'm taking a fix and pushing it down to an int. Maybe let's print format integer. It's D, right? It's always been D. C. Yeah, it's %D. How am I screwing this up? How did I screw this up? Okay, so yeah, let's just do what Shane says for a minute and actually look up at a video of Asteroids being played. The game. Okay, ship is much smaller. That's fixable. See, it's scrolling the same way I have it set up, where it just wraps around. Oh. Yeah, I think that's probably the same issue I'm having with not being able to capture my own display. But just take my word for it that that my scrolling is being done correctly. One problem, the ship is too big. Other problem, my ship positions and velocities are not being displayed in the correct manner. They are behaving correctly. I could probably stand to make things slower, though. See, the rotation feels slow, but the speed is way too fast. Whoa! Okay. Okay, it's not handling... It's not reversing the speed enough. What is going on? Okay, physics, tell me what's going on. Oh, whoops. No, wait, that's not it. This is it. It's not plus equals. It's just... Oh. No, it is plus equals. So these are all fixed. Joe, print, F, 14, 3, angle, %D, Ship angle. Shift to right. This should get me something sensible. I don't get why it's not working. That's not where I'm pointing. That's not my angle. The print statements are not working. So I don't get it. The angle tells me where I'm going. Where's my ship? Oh, there it is. Down there. I'm not pointing in that direction. What's going on? If I press forward, I should be going further right. But now I'm going left? What is going on? Maybe I need to put a negative sign in front of these, but that wouldn't explain what's going on. Let's try different letters. There's gonna be I, F. It's probably not going to compile properly. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay. I mean, that's kind of right. If I reverse it, I keep going faster. So if I reverse it, the angle should flip around and cause it to reverse itself. I don't get it. What's the output range for Joe fix cosine and sine? Did I make a mistake? Is this like an unsigned or is this? I bet you that's it. I bet you these are unsigned versions of it, or it's strictly positive. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. There's no way that's true. I mean, it would explain the behavior, but it wouldn't make any freaking sense. Cosine. Okay. Yeah, I could use Bono's help, but I think he's working or something today. Joe fix sign. What am I using? I might not be using Joe fix sign. I might be using just Joe sign. You know what? No, I'm using it. Oh! Thanks, Mr. Cotfield, yeah. So we have a rudimentary Asteroids thing going on, but I'm getting, defeated by Joe Engine not being able to report numbers to me in a way that I understand, and also my ship isn't pointing in the right direction. Yeah, my display's not frozen. The problem is my inputs. I have to keep manually clicking. I keep forgetting. So I'm looking for a reason why Joe Fixed Sine would not be able to take this fixed angle and give me the correct fixed sine. Because it looks like it's not giving me negative numbers. Somehow. So let me see if I can test that. The start button should freeze all. I'm going to make the start button freeze all movement. Stop velocity. One would think that what I'm doing should be, it's simple enough. Start, stop. There we go. Okay. Now, if I go up, that's not. Am I setting like a plus equals where it shouldn't? Okay, you take the angle. This. How? No! No! Can you guys make any sense out of that? Because I can't. Okay, obviously I'm doing something wrong there. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I left Chrome on. So, for some reason, is Joe Fixed somehow fundamentally different from normal fixed? Because I'm using Joe Fixed right now. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, let's... Sorry, I'm obsessing over here. So, input. Left increases the ship angle. Right decreases the ship angle. And I'm using the negative angle because I think we're in a left-handed system here. So we have ship angle as a Joe Fixed, position as a pair of Joe Fixeds, speed as a pair of Joe Fixed, and velocity as a pair of Joe Fixed. Okay, the ship is drawn at ship position shifted right by 16, Z sort 500, and negative angle due to the left-handedness. Because it was too fast. I had it at 1, which would be 1 shifted 16, and that was a bit much, so I lowered it, and I'm going to lower it a little bit again. I'm going to make it half. So maybe... Okay, so the angles appear to be performing as they should. Turning left should increase the angle, turning right should decrease the angle, and we reverse it in all implementations due to the right-handedness. So we have Joe Fixed cosine of the angle times the ship speed being multiplied together and applied to the correct ship velocities. We press start, we stop the velocity. It should. That's how it's written. So, if you have I don't know if there's something special about Joe Engine Fixed that I'm not privy to, but let me see. So normal Joe Sine is it takes in an integer, a degree, and outputs it as a fixed. Okay, so that makes sense. But if we have Joe fixed sign, it takes in Joe fixed angle, and that puts Joe fixed sign. I'm going to try using this function, and maybe Joe Engine is expecting this function. At the very least, if I wrap it around these guys, if something changes with these guys, then it's telling me that Joe fixed works somehow differently than normal fixed, and I have to take that into account. So I'm going to wrap my variables inside the print statement in fixed to int, get rid of the shifts. And at the very minimum, I expect being able to rotate the ship reflecting in that print statement, otherwise JoePrintF doesn't do what it says it does. Yeah. So my number one debugging tool, which is just print statements, is not helping me. This is the latest Joe Engine version from his website, dated from May. Pona, you're here! It took me a second to realize that. Holy crap, Pona. You have a special eye for catching my mistakes when I make them. Oh, Pona, you resubbed. Hey, you still got the 14-month count. I didn't see last time you subbed. I thought you might have missed it, because I was so busy being a productive member of society. Yeah, let's fix the print issue, because I'm sure that's a... Funny story. I'm not pressing any inputs right now. It's stuck rotating. I don't know what that's about. Alright. Or, let's just make a new line. No, here's the thing. Angles are supposed to... Well, angles are supposed to be fixed. That's how I've been using it, and that's how his sample used it when he was doing that bullet rotation sample. That's what I'm basing this off of. So let me just do a couple line examples. This is line 4. We do line 5. So, fixed to int is going to be shift above 16. Okay, so I send it hard-coded numbers. It works exactly like I expect. Except the year doesn't have a dollar sign in it. Shouldn't have had that, but whatever. But for some reason, it doesn't want to accept that my angles are fixed numbers that are being cast as ints. I mean, it's rotating. Opponent, if you're right, I'm gonna be incredibly upset. You know what? How much you want to bet it's something stupid like this? Maybe I need to put static in front of everything. The answer of it being memory corruption is far too common for me to be happy with. So here's the thing: when I increase the angle, I increase it by 1. So the angle change should not be too small to see. If it's memory corruption, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna cry. But who knows? Maybe he's right. Nope, that wasn't it. So here, I'll show you. If I'm facing basically angle 0, somehow it decides that down and to the left is the correct way to go when I press forward. So now I want to reverse my direction by kind of pointing in the opposite direction of where I'm facing and pressing up, and I'm going even faster. We have not. We have not. But here's the thing. That can't be the problem, because the problem is I can't display anything. I can't... My ship angle, which should be on the scale of multiple 1s, because it's not even an angle type. Like it's not having any special thing done to it. It's literally just a fixed number. I mean, but it's literally just defined as a fixed and then manipulated 1 at a time. So nothing that's happening to it should be causing something like that to happen. Fixed to int should work on a fixed number correctly. Unless the ship angle itself somehow... I don't know why it's not working correct. Yeah. And not even consistent non-zero. It's just a non-zero and it means different things to different people. So let's try SL print. You're gonna have to remind me the syntax for this. Angles are 16-bit, but this is not being stored as an angle type. It's literally just being stored as any other fixed. Data, SL, okay, yeah, right. And by data, you mean like the actual fixed number? Like, can I literally just write ship angle? And then SL, locate. The number is a fixed or the number is an int? 14, 6. Yeah, okay, cap here. And SL print there. I got a warning there, but I'm not sure what that was about. I definitely got to fix this display issue so I can show you what's on my screen as opposed to window captures. Oh, it didn't show up. Yeah, that makes sense. So, what kind of number needs to be there? Self-print hex. Okay. Let's try hex. Hey guys, you know what? I'm pretty stupid actually, because these print statements are not in any sort of for loop, so they're getting written at the beginning of the program and they're not being updated, so we're wasting our time. Sorry guys. See, this is why I need a warm-up. You know, I need, a simple project like this is exactly what's necessary because I'm rusty, I'm forgetting things, I need to get back in the swing of things, and stupid mistakes like that are exactly what I need to be able to catch before I start doing things like freaking ray tracing or whatever. Yeah, no. I always have a game loop that gets called back from Joe-main. Or at least called from Joe-main. Oh my. Okay, so this is a 90-degree angle. Doesn't quite look it, but it is. Okay. That should not be the result of sine of that number. You know what? I bet you I'm just not handling the number right. There has to be like some sort of Joe angle that I'm missing. Is there like a Joe angle? How does he handle angles? There's angle in degrees and angle in radians, right? So the number that he takes in when he does, not this, I want to match whatever is being displayed. So sprites. He is taking in an angle in this function. No, not here. Not here. Draw 3D and rotate this one. This integer angle. What's up with that? You know what? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's switch. Let us switch this angle into an int. All right. All commands that manipulate angles are now an int. So this is. I mean, we can get rid of this now. We know that's working. And then instead of Joe fixed sine, fixed cosine. What's the integer alternative? Sine, 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 sine. Cosine, radian. Angle and radians. I'm assuming we're doing angle in degrees. In fact, yeah, there we go. So we'll just do just plain cosine, sine, degrees. That's gone. That's gone. Okay, so I think I was using angles as like just a generic fixed, and I think Joe is mixing up degrees and radians. I'm used to doing everything in radians, and I forgot that people do stuff in degrees still. So he's taking in arguments in degrees when he's doing things like cosine and sine and display. But when I was trying to use Joe fixed cosine, I think I was taking in the value in radians. Or something. I'm changing everything into int with degrees. Let's see if that fixes it. I think I was just working in like 3 different angle systems at the same time, and that was never going to happen. Yeah, so his draw commands were using degrees. The cosines, basically the trig I was using, I think was in radians, and some other stuff wasn't. There, that's correct behavior. So if I turn around and I try to put the brakes on, that feels right. See? It's just a matter of being in the wrong unit system. Oh, I need to pad that number there. I also need to, I need to cap that angle. I need to be able to reset that angle. Yeah, okay. So, the problem with the angle is, okay, there's screen wrap, and then there's angle wrap. If ship angle is less than 0, ship angle plus equal 360. Greater than 360. Greater than equal. And we're going to do ship angle minus equal 360. That'll fix the angle wrap. But wait, degree to angle, doesn't that change that to radians? Which means I would have to be back on the... No, it won't. No. Adjusting it by 360 on it, especially because it's an integer, leaves it unchanged. So once it hits 360 or more, 360 will automatically get converted to 0. There's not going to be an angle drift. How's it going to drift by 1 degree every 360? Or 180? I don't understand that. But he doesn't call it radians, he calls it an angle. Which makes it confusing. How am I getting overflows on an integer range between 0 and 360? Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't... There... Okay, not me. Oh, when he's doing the conversion? Huh. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, so we're basically 2 hours into the stream, and I think what we have kind of works. I could stand with the rotation speed being a little bit faster. But I like where this is. I don't like how ugly the sprite kind of looks, though, when I rotate it. There's a lot of aliasing, and I don't know how to get rid of that. Is there any post-production tricks that we can do? Am I going to have to learn polylines? I don't think GeoEngine natively does polylines. I think I have to go into SGL for that. Also, what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to build, you know, a functional base for Void Skipper anyway. How am I going to turn on MSAA on the freaking Saturn? Oh, welcome back to the stream, Dojin. Yeah, so, no, the angle's not goofed, the display is goofed. Here, let me fix that. The print statement is not resetting itself. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, same thing with position and velocity. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. I mean, if there's enough stuff going on the screen, I'm sure no one's going to notice. Especially if I make the sprites a little bit smaller. I feel like 32 by 32 is a little too big for a gameplay screen anyway. So I might make a smaller ship. So yeah, it's already 10:30. I don't know if I want to spend another hour making a game out of this. Do you know a quick method of changing the display resolution? What, like 480i, right? Yeah, I was gonna look into that. Maybe not tonight, but later on. So, Pona, if you want to tell me real quick how I can do the okay, let's look in the make file. Really? Why would that be? All right, Joe, 480p equal 1. Okay, I don't know if it's case sensitive. I'd have to change my I'd have to change the logic for the screen wrap because now the screen wrap's gonna be too small. It does not seem to have changed anything. Because the screen coordinates are the same and everything looks the same size. Let me try capital P. Or should it be... No, it's not P, it's I. Okay. I have no clue. Like I said, I'm using the build on his website. So I would be using what everyone else would be able to get a hold of on their own. So let's change this to 480i, recompile and run. Because most people are not going to go to GitHub to get the current version of Joe if they're just trying to get started. They're just going to download what's available, since it includes the entire thing. Yeah, before it was, I believe, 360 by... Huh. You know what? That's a good question. Why is it 0? Alright, we can do that. Right after this build doesn't do anything. Nope, nothing. Make clean? What do you mean make clean? My thing does a clean and compile every time I run it. My shortcut. If that's what you mean. Seriously? Okay, so here, I'm gonna... Whoop. Freaking Windows 7 doing some crazy stuff now. I'm gonna go into the Joe Engine files itself. And I'm looking for Joe Engine /joe/config conf.h. Let me just look for the 480 flag. 480p. Yeah, so it should be... This should have worked. Yeah, so it's doing 320 by 240, so my math was wrong. When I was doing stuff. For some reason I thought it was like 360 by 270. Oh, Joe was French, so when I took a sample, he was using PAL and I was using not PAL. Okay, I'm gonna go back and fix the math to pretend it's 480p for now. In the meantime, we can brainstorm out loud why things aren't working the way they should. So it's gonna be 240, 40. Instead of 135, that's crap. Okay, someone remind me, what's the complement of for 480p? So it's 480 wide by, okay, let me just do 480 times 3 divided by 4. 360. Oh, I'm out of it. 360. No, not 360, half of that. 180. 180. 360. Oh, 640, yeah. I don't know what I'm... Crap. So, check for 320 boundary conditions and add 640 to it. So wait, when the Saturn is doing 480i, it's 680 by... Is it 640 by 480, or is it something else? I forget. Anyway, back to the config file. Flagging this with NTSC should do the thing. But how would that even display on a TV? I don't understand. I mean, I guess it would squish it or something, but... okay, but... This is true. Even past this. Okay, so I need to... So when I do the math here... This is 704, 704, and half that is going to be 352. Alright, back to config. If I tell it 480p, it should do 480p. Oh, no, I'm not following what you're telling me. But first, I just want to... I want to actually increase the frame size first before we fix the math with it. Don't touch this. NTSC should be 1, not 0. So, should I add NTSC version to this? Oh, okay. Let me have the make file right underneath NTSC. And 480p is exactly what it looks like. Guys. Alright. Things are different. This doesn't look great, guys. Okay, put those in quotation marks, Bona, because this is not working to me. I can't see the ship. The Asteroids thing's been printed twice for some freaking reason. And, I mean, I guess the math still works. Why can't I see the ship, though? Colors? What do you mean? Okay, there's destroyed and there's absent. There's literally just two colors, black and white. And the ship is gone. How... Okay, so basically, the 480p implementation on Joe Engine doesn't work. Because if I can't even do print statements, then what can I do? Here's the thing, I don't have a palette on me in order to draw an index sprite. Or actually, maybe I do. I don't know. Oh, that's my laptop struggling with this emulation. I don't know what happened. Because the clock speed just shot through the roof too, didn't it? Like, you guys saw how fast that went. Yeah, I gotta fix that. No, opponent. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. I'm gonna set this to 0. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of this because it's not worth using. Yeah. So normal res is so correct me because I was understanding it wrong. It's not okay. What's the first one? 360 by 240. Is that it? Or did I remember that wrong again? 320 by 240. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, well, everything's back. So let me fix the math. Okay, so screen wrap is half of 320 is 160. Ah, 320. I don't know how I got that wrong number stuck in my head, but it's going to take a while for me to get rid of it. Half of 240 is 120. That's easy. Okay. So some interesting mistakes and stuff happening, but otherwise, at the very least, this is working as intended. I probably need to increase the wrap distance just to make sure that things are working right. I can make the sprites look smaller. What I gotta do is I gotta learn how to stretch and skew the sprites in a way that... Because what I want to do is I want to take a big sprite and just display it small. And I don't think I can scale the sprite immediately with what Joe Engine provides. I mean, we can take another look, but that's the one thing I want to do before leaving tonight and ending the stream, is seeing if I can't take this draw 3D and rotate, and also change the scale. But maybe that's a thing. But here's the thing. Here's change sprite scale. For some reason, it takes in a float. I don't know why it takes in a float. It does. Oh, there. Here's a fixed. I feel more comfortable using that. So if I wrap the draw command and change sprite scale and then reset scale, draw rotate, draw rotate. Okay. Sprite ID. So the 3D position now has to also include a Z coordinate. Angle. I don't have a billboard to draw to, though. Well, that's what the sprite drum wrote. I mean, what I'm using is draw 3D and rotate. And I don't know if that's a scaled sprite or not. Oh, it's a Boolean. Yeah, you're right. Okay, my bad. Let me try that. There's my draw command. Here. False. Standard style coordinates, I'm going to say true. The angle is ship angle. What is... So, Joe position 3D. I have to create a position. I'm assuming it's going to work like this. I'm going to create a new Joe position 3D called screen. Okay, call it ship screen position. And I'm going to input entries 0 and 1 as the X and Y values. Well, here's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use only what Joe Engine has given me to see if I can't make it like purely Joe, you know? And then 2, we're gonna call that 500. The sprite ID is ship's bid. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So ship screen position, it wants a pointer. So yeah. And set scale. There's restore sprite scale, which I imagine is like popping the matrix. and then set scale. All right, so set scale, we're going to have 1 shifted right 15 times, so it's like scaling it by 1/2, right? Okay, so we have restore sprite scale, change sprite scale. Okay, so change sprite scale 1/2, and then draw, rotate, the SPID, the screen position that I define up here, ship angle. It is using centered coordinates. It is not using a billboard. Yeah, I imagine these functions would be what you would use. Oh my goodness. Some scripted value. Okay, so apparently Joe Position 3D does not give you. It's not an array. I think it's a struct. How does that work? Joe Position 3D. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? It's a struct. Why would you construct a struct? Okay, fine. You know what? Whatever. Dot X. Dot Y. Dot Z. And it's probably not a pointer. Oh, it was a pointer. It wanted a pointer there. Okay. It's a weird way of putting it together, you know? I would have just used... Because SGL already has the XYZ enumeration, where you can just easily just take, like, define a 3-element array and just dressed it with XYZ. I don't know why you would do it that way, but whatever. Oh. Hey, this works. The angles are backwards again because we're back in the left-handed system, so I gotta reverse that. But, oh my goodness. It's scaled, but now the sprite's gone. And I can't find it again. Okay, angle. Reverse it for the left-handedness. Now, position is an integer. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, no. So how are the translations shouldn't be scaled. I keep forgetting to up the rotation speed. I mean, honestly, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference, but it doesn't look like the translations are scaled because the screen coordinates are corresponding to what I expect them to be. What do you mean, what did we fix? I mean, all I did was between the last run and this run, all that I fixed was changing the screen coordinates to integers because they're stored as fixed, but they have to be displayed as integers. It disappeared because I had a fix there, and when I use a fixed as an integer, it thinks that I suddenly jumped from like 0 to screen coordinate like 258,000 or something, you know? But this works. It scaled the sprite and it's still maintaining the correct whatchamacallit, the correct position after the scaling. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night because this is how long I've been here, like 2.5 hours or so. And I did what I set out to do when I said I wasn't actually going to finish making asteroids tonight. All I was going to do is make sure that I could scale and rotate a sprite, and we have accomplished exactly that. We have a basic spaceship model. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Let's take a real spaceship graphic and copy it from the internet, like something that looks nice in a large scale, and shrink it down and see if we can't like destroy it. So space ship sprite. There's something like this. Let's take this massive giant freaking thing. 14,000. Holy crap. No, that's not even gonna fit. Okay, and let's resize this whole image. To like a 64 by 64 type deal. There, that's already beat up plenty. So we're to take the 64 by 64 ship, right? And we're going to well, let me go ahead and crop this thing. I want it 64 by 64 exactly. Okay, there. So we cut off the bottom. Let me see. Fit canvas. No. The opposite. Fit layers to canvas. There we go. And I'm going to call this ship 2. No. Where are... There. Game dev. There's my Saturn stuff. Projects. Asteroids. There we go. This is going to be ship 2. We're going to export this as ship 2 TGA. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing in GIMP. My bad. Sorry, I was editing in GIMP. This is why I need to fix my display capture thing, because this keeps happening. Okay, so I've made this image a 64 by 64, and I exported it as a TGA, and now we're gonna grab it from here, and also I'm gonna change the scale to maintain the same size. So where is my... There we go. Let's try that. Took that perfectly fine, probably created in vector graphics software, ship image, and just completely destroy any quality it had left. This is actually not horrendous. This is passable. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Oh no. Why is my angle not... Stop. Okay. My angle somehow is incorrect. Because I didn't rotate. Whoops. This is fixable. There. That's what I had to do for other spaceship. It's a new spaceship. There we go. Again. Oh yeah, we just stole it from the internet. I'm not actually allowed to use it, but I wanted to see what would happen. Actually, it might actually be a free use kind of copyright deal. Like, yeah. But no, there it is. And now it's working correctly again. And this is not the worst. Here's the thing. The size is kind of what I want on a game like this. This is about what I expect from Void Skipper. So, this is what I expect the ships to kind of look like after my... I have an artist. She hasn't chosen a pseudonym yet, so I don't want to give her a real name, but I'll get her to choose a pseudonym so I can credit her properly. But she's going to be sending me some spaceships that are going to look really nice when blown up to full size, and then I'm just going to completely destroy them by shrinking them down to this size. But you're going to be able to play them. But no, this works fine. I'm okay with the game looking like this, because with a good background, like a starry nebula background and a lot of noise going on and stuff going around. Yeah, I should. Okay, Pona, we just demonstrated that it's not possible without a lot of extra work on my part that I'm not willing to do. Yeah, actually, there is some custom music being made for this game also. So I'm actually putting some resources here into making this gameplay. Here's the thing: if we can get a solid 480p pipeline, or 480i, I guess, you're making good points, but I'm not willing to do it tonight. Maybe another night I'll try to figure out high-res 480i Saturn. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna use great value, if you just teach me the proper pipeline for getting scaled rotated sprites. Maybe not tonight. It's already 11. I feel like, yeah, I've been coding all day, and now I'm doing the stream, and I've gotten further than I expected because this is actually like passable as a game if you add some stuff into it. Maybe on Sunday night or something like that, we'll do a part 2 to this one if I feel like it, because this is essentially going to become Void Skipper at some point. Yeah, I mean, probably not sleep. I'm not really sleepy. I'm just tired of staring at code all day. I've been programming since 9 a.m. just doing other stuff related to programming, working. But we have the bare bones of Asteroids. I mean, if you wanted to implement full Asteroids, what you have to do is you'd have to have a listen for button press A, and then just copy Joe Engine's code for rotating and positioning that bullet to go out. And then you'd have to have collision detection, which is not so super hard. I think we've covered it before when I was doing scenario with the 2D collision, with the even with a convex hull, which is overkill. You can just do box collision. But I mean, you see this whole thing is like less than 150 lines of code. If you guys want to take this and make your own Asteroids, here it is. And if you have no scruples in terms of stealing assets, you saw it took like 2 seconds for me to go on Chrome and find a whole bunch of nice looking spaceships that you can just crunch down and just friggin', you know, let me see, clip art. Actually, let's check to see, do I have the rights to use these? Okay, I understand, but where's all rights reserved? I don't know what that means. Copyright 2019 clip art. DMCA. no, okay, that's if someone uploaded something. Yeah, yeah, I need royalty free stuff. I'm just trying to figure out what the license is for all the stuff on this website. Like, okay, let me go back. Okay, oh, don't download it again. What is the license? Tell me your license. Should be. Oh, really? Pure clip art, but there's nothing here that I can point to that says, "Hey, see, I have the rights." Um, free clip art resources. All clip art materials are available free. You don't expect copyrighted clip art to. Oh, okay. Everything here is fair game according to the website, and if I screw up, it's their fault. Oh, I didn't read. I just skimmed. Oh, come on. Who would really just steal a copyrighted image and upload it to the internet? Okay, well, I'll look into it. Yeah, I'll look into it. This is a nice ship, but once again, I've got an artist that's working on stuff for me, and if I just got to crunch it down to 32 by 32 or 16 by 16 on screen, uh, it's even if I stole a piece of art, how could they even tell? Because it just looks so garbage by the time I just crunch it up like that. If we get 480 working, I'll do 32 by 32. I'll also have to do some heavily compressed indexing, like 64 color, 32 color, something like that, to make sure everything fits in memory, because I want a bunch of ships on screen at the same time, a bunch of different tiles, that kind of stuff. As long as this thing's running between 30 and 60 frames and is able to go to a decent resolution, I think it'll be a fun game. Yeah, so I have a actually just one moment. Okay, guys, give me one moment because I'm going to give you a sample of one of the custom pieces, and you can tell me what you think about it real quick. But this is I'm actually getting custom assets for my game, so I'm going to have custom art, custom music. I mean, I could easily take the songs that are being generated now in Fruity Loops, or FL, I guess now it's called FL, and put some Tim Allen Grunt replacements for some of the instruments. And if as long as there's not a copyright issue, I'm sure I could find a place for that somewhere. No, 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 no. I'm getting a copy of the MP3 right now. Just give me a minute. I think we lost my audio when I switched headphones here. But I think I should have. Uh, where's my mail? Mail. Let me change my audio so you can actually still hear what's going on, because what happened to my audio? You guys aren't hearing background music, right? So something happened with my audio. Default. Oh, well, paused. Okay. Okay, we got Sonic music. Okay, so let me open up my email and I'll play the actual the piece of music that we have prepared. Okay, so that's just an audio sample of the kind of stuff that's going in the game. So yeah, we'd find a way to loop that, and you know, we've got a handful of other songs coming along down the pipeline. We got like 2 songs basically ready for the game. More of them are coming. Let me turn the other background music back on. More Sonic music. Yeah, but yeah, that's the kind of music to expect in the game. Find something. Yeah. So I liked it. So there's probably gonna be something more exciting when I'm gonna try to do some sort of dynamic music selection where yeah. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. I mean, I know what Eve music sounds like. I didn't make this music. This is Mrs. Emerald Nova's work, but she's been working on some of the music for this project. I have my artist doing some spaceships for me. I don't have any assets ready to import in the game yet, but I know there's at least a couple spaceships done already, or at least on their way to being complete for game ready. What else is there? But that's basically what Void Skipper is going to look like. And you see, you know, the basic approach I'm taking to Void Skipper, where it's going to be basically, you know, the Asteroids control scheme, but with more involvement. You know, more weapons, more you know, equipment grinding, more bosses and stuff. We'll see how it goes. For now, I think we're done. The game, as it currently stands, or at least the poor Asteroids clone, could easily be extended to a full Asteroids clone. In fact, maybe we'll do that next time. Maybe I'll finally get get a finished piece of assets from my artist to actually import into here, so we can kind of get a test demo of what everything should look like. I think I don't know if Joe Engine added any sort of functionality for ease of importing music and playing background music. Let's check the documentation real quick. There's no music. What about sound? There's no sound. What about anything? What handles sound in Joe Engine? CD audio. But then how do you do sound effects? Does Joe Engine have anything for native handling of sound stuff, or is it all silent? Huh. Okay, so we might have to go back. You know, before I got busy with real life stuff, remember we were working on that music PCM music looper. I feel like we can go back during one of these streams and actually fix it for real, and have it be you know, more flexible. Because I know you sent me a fixed copy, but I needed something scalable, so I'm gonna tear that apart and rebuild it, so make sure I know it and understand it. And then we'll have PCM music, PCM sound effects. Then I'll try to put that together with some art and stuff. But I think that's it for the night. I'm gonna go off to bed or do something else at least. Stop staring at code. I'll go ahead and upload this up. Try to be somewhat prompt with it, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. So keep your eyes on my Twitter, and then I'll try to announce. Hopefully not just before I start streaming when I'm going to stream next. I'm anticipating Sunday night, but who knows. I'm also moving soon, and I'm going to be on the road for a bit, for like 3 or 4 weeks. So we'll see what happens then, and see what happens to my stream schedule once I'm out of this place. But I am going to try and get this game, start out by remaking Asteroids and then move on to expanding it into the game I have planned called Void Skipper. And hopefully it'll be something actually worth downloading. And since I'm actually pouring some money into this project, not a lot but some, I'm going to see if I can't, when I upload it to the website, a playable version, I'll put a little donate link. If you guys want to help me buy more art assets, some more sound effects, some more stuff to put in games, it would be appreciated once we get to that point. But for now, I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everyone, and glad to be back.